So this morning I'm going to try to give you a good jolt by saying something weird in the beginning, and that is that I actually don't believe in miracles with God, and that's a weird statement, I know, and I'll explain it in a moment. And of course, it doesn't mean what it looks like. But anyways, good morning. So when we consider God, there are certain things that are just not there with him. Okay, so let's start with this. Isaiah 40:6-10. It says, declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. So God is basically saying, there is nothing unexpected with me. So this is one of those things that are with us, but never with God. Like, we live in a world, our world includes unexpected things, like something happens and we go, what? Like that just happened. Wow. What are you talking about? But for God, it's not like that. There is no unexpected for him. It says very clearly, declares the end from the beginning, like not 2 days before, not a year before, not 100 years before, but from the beginning, from creation, he knew which way it's going. So there is no unexpected thing with God. And so in the will of God, there is nothing unexpected. Well, yeah, for us there is, but not for him. For him, it's all evident. So that's what I mean when I say there is no miracle with God. Okay. Okay, all right, I get it. Yes. For us, there is. God does miracles. Sure, we look at it that way. But in reality, he is a God of all power, all knowledge. And that means he's just acting according to his will. And his will is above natural law. I mean, anything that God does is supernatural, because in John 4:24, he is a spirit. He will always act from above, from outside this universe that we know and, well, sometimes love, sometimes hate, but that we live in at any rate. He will always act from outside of this. He will always act supernaturally from above, from beyond the universe that he has made. He is above natural law, of course. So actually anything God does is really a miracle, we could say, in a sense. Well, no, let's not use that word. Anything God does is supernatural. Like God forgiving your sin or mine. God giving us a new life in Jesus. Yeah, for sure, that's a great miracle. God leading us to a church. God speaking to us at all from his word. Those are supernatural things. Just because they happen to us every day, we shouldn't think those are not supernatural. But for God, they are not wonders in that sense, okay? They are wonders for us. Like, we wonder, how does this happen? Like the word wonder and wonder, connected there. So like we wonder, how did that happen? And we say, that's a wonder. Let me just read Exodus 15:11. Who is like unto you, O Lord, among the gods? Who is like you, glorious in holiness, fearful in praises, doing wonders? Yeah, God does wonders, of course, for us. But for him, he is just, I am just doing my will. I am just accomplishing what I have planned. And why am I saying this? I'm saying this because I want to underline here, and in our thoughts and in our hearts, I hope that this is a good starting point for a good meditation in your heart, is that God's world is so different. The reality that he lives in is so different from ours. There's nothing unexpected for him. There is no miracle for him. He's just doing his will, and he's just doing the things that he does. He is who he is, and he is not, his world is so different. And then we say something like, well, God cannot let that happen. Really? You can say that? Like that? Are you sure about that? Or we say, how could God let that happen? Yeah, I understand the question. We all ask it, of course. But things are tough for us. But really? Really? I mean, who do we think we are to say something like, God cannot let that happen? If there was a God, that wouldn't happen. We don't even talk like that in the presence of an earthly king. Proverbs 23, I think the first two verses. We consider what is before us. We're careful about it. How about the king of the universe? Like just humility needs to be there and say, okay, my world is very different from his, and I'm just gonna, be quiet and listen to him. That's kind of like an end of Job story, but I'm gonna finish here, and God bless your day with the Lord, and I hope you have a good meditation on all that.